Hello, I'm Kelley Moore and I want to be your mayor. A few weeks ago I did a news release around the preliminary budget and the decision that was made to not have it released before the election. Since that time we have seen City Hall do an interim budget release, and it was released on September 19th. Meanwhile, the Star Phoenix did a poll and asked whether transparency was a matter for the citizens. And that's what I want to talk to you about, is around transparency, secrecy, and broken promises. Today what we heard was in the, budget estimate, was that we are going to have a 3.89% potentially increase. That's if everything stays the status quo. This number, however, does not include the growth and, of course, servicing allocation or expenditures yet. So we don't really yet know what the total amount will be. And understandably, we need to wait until, of course, the new council makes that decision. But at the same time, the citizens need this information in order to make an informed decision on October 26th. And I think it's good that we have the information. I think it's not good that we had to let a mayoral candidate ask for this information and that it wasn't apparent to the current council that this was going to be necessary. And it took raising it within the public forum to have the information disclosed. Since then, most of the councillors have come on side to say this is useful information. And today, during the council meeting, when we discussed it at the council proceedings, you could see many of the councillors were asking questions of mayoral candidates because they're getting questions from the electorate because they do want to know this information. And of course, they should be informed about where the dollars are. The mayor himself has said he is the chairman of a billion-dollar corporation, 997 million capital and operating to be exact. A chairman of a billion-dollar corporation should not wait 6-7 months, maybe longer, to be able to get that information. That chairperson should have that information and expect to know it on a month-to-month basis, like any business person would. I also wanted to address the communication budget that each of the councillors and mayor get. The budget for the mayor is $125,000 a year, and those are for expenditures to communicate with the citizens, to promote and do the advertising and so on. Same thing with the councillors, which is $10,000 a year. Today we learned that that information isn't going to be released before the election, and it was supposed to be released now. And the city clerk has said the reason she can't release it is, quite frankly, because she hasn't received all the invoices. That's not good enough. It's easy enough to get the information needed so that the citizens can see what information has been used for of the citizens' tax dollars for communication leading up to the election. We shouldn't expect anything less. There is a poll that was done, and the Star Phoenix reported that transparency is not a big issue in this election, and I want to address that. I think sometimes we don't always know what information can and can't and should and shouldn't be released. And the fact of the matter is, the world is changing around us, and the people do want to know where their taxpayers are going. And we have the information available. And so whether it's preliminary budgets or it's expenditures of advertising and promotion for councillors or mayors, we should expect that that information be made public. And we should expect that it be made public on a regular basis, and certainly before an election. So I think we need to look at transparency, of course, and being more accountable to the citizens. I'm Kelley Moore, and I want to be your mayor. Thank you.